channel. Today we're doing a really fun video. We found a dupe for a really popular high-end product, and we're going to compare the two and tell you the differences, and then we'll do swatches of all of it at the end. Okay, the palettes we're comparing today are the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, and this one is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Eye Contour Light and Shade. So as you can tell, the palettes are super similar. Obviously, someone copied someone, but it's okay. We'll see if it's a dupe. Yeah. The colors, obviously, looking at them, are very spot on. Yeah. Basically spot on. Let's talk about the packaging first. So the Kat Von D packaging is very heavy. It feels really expensive and durable, and it has a mirror, which is really nice. And I think it's just really, it's really good for traveling because it's so durable, and it's a really nice packaging. So for this packaging, as you can see, it's plastic, so it's on the cheaper end, but that's okay because this palette is inexpensive. It has this clear front, so you can see all the shadows, which is nice, although I do prefer a mirror if I have the option. And it does actually include a little brush in here, which is nice because a lot of them have those weird sponge brush. What is that even? No one uses those. But this is an actual brush. It has a crease end and then a shadow, regular shadow brush end. And it's not great, but at least they include it. I actually really appreciate that. And as far as the size of each palette goes, this one is 0.49 ounces. And we added these because they're all separated, but it is 0.60 ounces. So you do get a little more in this one. You get a little more in this, which is kind of expected. You can kind of tell the size difference. Yeah, a little bit. And also with the packaging, Kat Von D has all the shades listed on the back, so that if you're doing a tutorial or you really love a certain shade, you know the name, which I really appreciate. It's on the packaging. It's not written on an extra slip. I really like that it's on there, and Makeup Revolution does not have that. No. Okay, so now we're gonna just do some swatches so we can talk about the formula, but we'll do all the swatches at the end of the video. So first we're gonna swatch this shade, which in Kat Von D is Lacius. The names are really strange in this palette. But then there's no name. I'm gonna call it Brick. So let's do a little swatch, and then we'll talk about just how they feel when you swatch them. So, I mean, I've said before that Kat Von D might be my favorite eyeshadows next to Anastasia and now ColourPop, but they're amazing. They're very powdery. I will say that. There's a lot of fallout, but they're so pigmented, and they blend better than any other shadow I have ever used in my life. They almost blend themselves. It's phenomenal, and it's just really nice pigment. Yeah, I will say with this palette as well, there's a lot of kickback. It's super powdery, but they are pretty pigmented too. I mean, if we compare, I think her swatch might have been just more narrow, but they look pretty similar. They do. And these do feel buttery when you blend them on the eye. I actually am wearing it today, and my boyfriend was like, oh, I really love your eyeshadow. It looks really good. And I'm like, oh, that's good because it's really inexpensive. But yeah, so I will say, aside from the fact that they're really powdery, super blendable, super pigmented. We'll swatch another one so that you can kind of see if there's a difference. Let's swatch this one because in the Kat Von D palette, it is this last one. Or wait, let's swatch this one. Okay. Because in this palette, it actually is more of a satin. Even though this palette is marketed as an all matte palette, it has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I really love. Yeah, this one I wouldn't say has a sheen. No, see, so this is a big difference. That one looks kind of very powdery. It's actually not though. When you're feeling it, it's pretty creamy. It just looks maybe powdery on my dry hand. Yeah, but then this one is really pretty satin, and it looks creamy. It almost looks like a liquid foundation or liquid eyeshadow. I don't know. Or cream eyeshadow. This one is really, really nice. I'd say this one definitely beats that one for this palette. Yeah. And then we'll swatch, let's do the black. Yeah, let's do the black. I used it today and I was pretty impressed. Blacks are hard. Okay. This one's pretty impressive. Yeah, this one is also, I think I put less on my finger than Britta did. But they're both good. Yeah, I mean, I was really, today I was I'm going to use the black because I need to talk about the black. If it sucks, that kind of ruins the palette for me because the black and a cream are pretty important. And I was just overly impressed. You can see, this swatch is super black. and it just blends really well, so it's not gonna like stay in one place on your eye. I'd say the black might even be better than this one. I know. But it also looks more powdery, and you definitely don't want a powdery black, because you know what happens then. It'll get all over your makeup and it might ruin everything. But I will say, like, these are powdery in the pan, in the palette, and then when you put them on the eye, they blend out nicely. They don't really have a lot of color on the face. That's how the Kat Von D palette is as well. So I guess the formula is very comparable. I think it's comparable. I think this is a total dupe, honestly, besides the fact that you get less, and they're probably not as good of quality as this, but if you can't afford this palette, this is a total steal for what you're paying. Yeah, I'd say that these are a little more blendable and pigmented, but those are very creamy. Like, they have a very similar texture. Overall, we're so happy we found this dupe. We think it's really great. Keep watching to see the swatches.